Hello, my friends, and welcome back.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be changing gears a little bit by looking at some content that's slightly more lighthearted than usual. It's a dude for once, and he's making all sorts of lofty claims, such as all fat guys are hot. Before we proceed, I must first apply comb to mustache.
Skinny, would you date me?
If you were skinny,
Yeah.
I would date you right now.
Okay, first of all, that guy is very good looking.
Okay.
As are most hot fat guys, because we're all fucking hot.
All fat guys are hot, he says. Boom, there's my title right there. I didn't clickbait you. You thought I was being hyperbolic. Anyway, he said all fat guys are hot. That's quite the lofty claim there, sir. So we found ourselves a male fat acceptance activist, basically, and he's pulling the classic, I'm so hot. Let me get my bingo card. I didn't actually leave, I just leaned over like this. The magic of film.
Second, I love this girl's answer and every other girl's answer in this video.
Well, yeah, she was nice to him. He was like, would you date me if I was skinny? And she was like, I would date you if you're not skinny, which was very nice. That would have been freaking mean if she was like, yeah, I would date you if you were skinny, only if you were skinny. And then she's like,
Look at your current appearance.
sorry.
Because, men, it doesn't fucking matter what you look like.
At all? It just doesn't matter for us, though? Does it matter what women look like? Okay, so I see what he's going for here, and to an extent, I agree, it matters more the content of your character and your heart and all that type of whatever kind of crap, but, you know, we live in a real world here, baby. Dude, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, it doesn't matter what you look like, to a certain extent. To say that it 100% does not matter what you look like is kind of silly. We shouldn't go around judging each other based on what we look like, but to say that looks don't matter at all is quite extreme and quite silly. If that's the case, then maybe you should go date somebody that's 1,000 pounds. Let's see that. And I'm not saying that looks are the most important thing, they're totally not, but, you know, the way that somebody takes care of themselves is kind of an indicator of their personality. And people can decide to be with what they're attracted to or not.
If you're cool and you work on yourself and you have a personality.
What was that second one? If you're cool and you... What was that? Hold on, let's run that back.
You work on yourself and...
Ah, yes, that one. If you're cool and you work on yourself and you have a personality and you work on yourself, you forgot number 4 and number 5. If you work on yourself... You seem to have answered your own riddle. Being in some kind of shape might indicate that you're working on yourself in some kind of way.
You have a personality.
Dude, who needs a personality?
Women men, theys, everyone will be attracted to you because you are attractive.
I get what he's saying, and to an extent I agree. I feel like if you have a banging personality, that's like the most important thing. Even if your body isn't that great, if your personality is dope, somebody will like you, dude. I totally agree with that. But I think we should all be trying to work on ourselves too, you know? Including the physical, not just the mental. Imagine if you had a dope personality and you took good care of yourself. Potential mate material, maybe?
It is not about what you look like or what your meat sack looks like. It's about
Hey, you leave my meat sack out of this.
the content of your fucking character. Ah!
It's about the content of your character. You idiot. All that matters is what's on the outside. Geez, you're getting me all sentimental over here. He's right. It does matter, the content of your character and your heart and all that. But the way that you look also matters, because people are attracted to what they want to be attracted to. You're like, I think that you're beautiful because I'm attracted to your personality. Okay, that's cool up to 200 pounds. Is that cool up to 300, 400, 500, 600, 800, 1,000 pounds? How cool do I have to be with you, but be 1,000 pounds and have you still be with me? How cool do I have to be? Like Lenny Kravitz cool? Like Snoop Dogg cool? Like, I don't really think that either one of those people is cool. I just pulled random crap out of the air. I don't know. Either way, let's take a look at the next clip.
Your fat body behind all that makeup that you're putting on.
Alright, so this guy said, you know you cannot hide your fat body behind all that makeup that you're putting on. That was very helpful, sir. Thank you so much. No, that wasn't helpful at all.
Instead,
You cannot hide your bad personality behind abs!
Oh my gosh. Does yelling loudly count as a personality archetype? I thought it was funny when that last guy was yelling in the fat shaming video from Friday for some reason, but I don't know why, but this guy just isn't doing it for me. His yelling just isn't tickling my funny bone. You can't hide your shitty personality behind abs. That's true, but we can't hide our bad personality behind a big gut either. Next.
That's why I need my gold bar. Don't just bar.
What is happening? They're like preparing him for like a modeling shoot like models do, I guess. I don't know if models do this. They'll have you in the corner and then they'll have somebody with a hair dryer rubbing their hand on you and waving the hair dryer over you. I don't know, dude. I have no idea what goes on at these things, dude.
Oh God.
If whatever this is happening at modeling things, dude, I don't know. I'm confused. I'm very scared and confused for all of us. Is he spritzing him? What are we doing? Alright, man, this guy is funny. I must say, your voguing could definitely use some work. I'm not saying any jazz hands or spirit fingers. I could use 10% more spirit fingers, at least. Why is the guy working the hair dryer on your chest hair? You got the guy on the right who's spritzing him with the sprayer, and then homie on the left is drying it right off. What are we doing? This is quite the display, sir. Oh my goodness, you're glistening in all kinds of places, dude. The hairdryer is not working. It cannot dry you, dude. The hairdryer is losing. Is this like because you're just like sweating bullets? So there's a hairdryer? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go there. When I was larger, I would sweat a lot. So, like, I guess if I was a rich, larger person, I could pay somebody to just follow me around with a hairdryer, keeping me dry all the time. These are just a little bit of random thoughts, a little bit of consciousness stream.
Yeah. There you go. I'm in late October Scorpio, so I'm a fun Scorpio, not evil.
Wait, what? He's having a model conversation as well, dude. Oh my goodness. You really played the part well. This is a total model conversation. I'm a late October Scorpio. That was a weird display, man. I don't know what the hell the guy on the right was doing. He was like spritzing you, and the guy on the left was drying it off. I don't know, man. I've never seen anything like that. Let's take a look at the next clip.
Would you date someone that was overweight?
Absolutely not.
Can I ask why?
Chad, you done did it. This video is quite interesting because they asked this couple, it's the second couple they talked to, about would they date a fat person or not. And this dude comes right out and says the quiet part out loud. He thinks that fat people cannot take care of themselves physically or mentally.
What? When did he say that part? I saw the part where they asked him if he would date a fat person and he said absolutely not. I didn't see the part you just said, where he said that fat people can't take care of themselves and XYZ. Hold on, let's go back.
Would you date someone that was overweight?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so yeah, he just said absolutely not. That's all he said.
This video is quite interesting because they asked this couple, it's the second couple they talked to, about would they date a fat person or not. And this dude comes right out and says the quiet part out loud. He thinks that fat people cannot take care of themselves physically.
He thinks that fat people cannot take care of themselves physically or mentally. Yeah, he didn't say that. He just said no, he wouldn't date a fat person. So you're putting all kinds of words in his mouth. What the heck? You're starting to act like the other fat activists now. Don't do that. Might I recommend that you stick to comedy and don't start putting words in people's mouths like the other fat activists do. We've seen enough of that from everybody else. We want better for you.
or mentally, basically implying that we are useless, worthless, mentally ill people.
Whoa, 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 buddy. Alright, man, now you're acting like a classic fat activist. Alright, bro. Saying no, I would not date a fat person implies that you are mentally and physically inferior or incapable of taking care of yourself or whatever. What the heck? He didn't say any of that. He jumps to some serious conclusions here. This is insane.
And he's not the only gym bro person that has this thought. Because at the end of the day, the thing that these people don't understand is that it's the content between your ears. It's the content of your character that actually makes you hot.
I agree that personality matters the most, but what you look like matters too, of course. And somebody's physique can be a direct reflection of their character. If somebody's in good shape, they might also have their finances in order and be ready to settle down and get in a relationship or whatever. There are many things that you need to check off on your list before you decide to be in a relationship with somebody, and the way that they look is just one of them. But we shouldn't just ignore it. That would be silly. And pretend like looks don't matter at all. Okay, go be with somebody that's 1,000 pounds then. Put your money where your mouth is.
And this guy, I would guess, is probably violent and maybe doesn't handle his feelings very well.
What? So the guy in the beginning of the video said he didn't want to date somebody who is fat. And that means that he is probably violent and maybe doesn't handle his feelings very well. So if I don't want to date somebody who's larger, I am violent and don't handle my feelings very well. What? What kind of a bizarre conclusion is that to jump to? Also, that's a weird thing to try to put somebody down for, right? Like, he's violent. Like, what? What the heck? Some women are into MMA fighters and stuff like that, so...
Because he spends all his time in the gym burying everything down.
Is that what you think we're doing there in the gym? I'm just lifting weights in there, homie. I'm not in there burying anything down. I love his interpretation of people that go to the gym. When you guys are there, you're not just lifting a weight like, oh man, getting my set in, this feels good. You're like, you're like crying with every press, trying to press out all your feelings or something. I don't know. Press them down deep. I don't know, man. Lifting weights does not repress feelings, okay? I'm not pushing down all those childhood feelings with every rep that I take. Every rep you take, every trauma you make, every cake you bake, every rep you take, I'll be watching you.
Because I'm a man and I lift weights. Fat people are hot people. Hot fat guy out.
And if you proclaim it, then it is so. This is very similar to the female fat activists that go around trying to tell everybody that fat women are hot or whatever their deal is. Now we see a little bit from the other camp. A lot of you are like, how come it's always women? You never cover any men. Because there are never any men. This is the first one that I'm seeing. This guy and Professor Brain Fever are all we got. We need more representation on the male side in the fat activist space. Come on, men. This is the weakest patriarchy, dude, that I've ever been a part of. We can't get anything done. If we were to compare female fat activism to male fat activism, I would say that the women are winning 100 to 1, dude. Whatever that was that we just watched, that was not proper fat activism. I am not even the slightest bit outraged, sir. In fact, I chuckled quite a few times during that. He had a few hot bad takes in there for sure, like saying it doesn't matter what you look like at all. All that matters is your personality. 100%. That's crazy. That's imbalanced, my friend. And to say that the one guy hates fat people and thinks that they're all worthless and don't take care of themselves and all this other crazy stuff just because he goes to the gym and doesn't want to date a fat person is crazy. To say that he pushes his feelings down like, I'm a man, I go to the gym, lift weight to push feeling down. That's silly. That's really silly, man. There's lots of women that lift weights too, and they don't look like they're grunting and pushing their feelings down to me. They look like they're having a fine time. They're enjoying their set, listening to their music. I think you should go to a gym and see what people actually do in there. He thinks it's like some sort of S&M torture chamber in there. We're like beating each other with barbells, repressing feelings and stuff. We come out of there crying. No, sir. I don't know what kind of gym you went to, okay? But we don't do that at my gym. That was just a couple of short clips to brighten the mood. This guy isn't saying anything too crazy, but he's got a couple of hot bad takes. So there you go. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.
No.